It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no coincidence. As a chosen one, you've likely sensed that people around you sometimes react strangely to your gifts. There's envy, confusion, even hostility. Yet here's the truth. You are being watched over by high-ranked angels, ensuring that no matter how much jealousy surrounds you, you stay shielded. Before we dig deep, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment 77 below to send a powerful signal to the universe. Replay this video if you feel called. Doing so amplifies its energy. If you truly are a chosen one, you'll watch till the end. If not, it's likely you won't endure these revelations. Chapter 1. Recognizing the seeds of jealousy. Jealousy often creeps in silently. You might notice subtle tension when you walk into a room, someone's stare lingering a bit too long, or a friend's tone shifting when you share good news. As a chosen one, your gifts shine like a beacon, whether you intend it or not. Sometimes it's your intuition or the uncanny way you manifest solutions. Other times it's your unusual calm in chaos or the capacity to bring clarity to muddled circumstances. People see these traits and, instead of acknowledging them as blessings, let envy brew in the background. This envy springs from comparison. They look at what you do effortlessly, solving problems, receiving insights, drawing kindred souls into your orbit, and measure their own perceived shortcomings against it. If they've never experienced that level of spiritual synchrony, they assume you're lucky or favored, and it stirs resentment. Perhaps they've tried to replicate your methods only to fail, which amplifies their frustration. They can't fathom that your alignment with a higher plan fuels your success. Not just external techniques, but it's not always malicious. Sometimes envy is an unconscious plea for help. People might see you thriving and deeply want that sense of purpose, that touch of grace. They may not know how to ask for guidance, so envy becomes their guarded reaction. Still, their energy can disrupt your peace if you're not mindful. Being chosen doesn't exempt you from the sting of negative vibes. It does, however, equip you with the resilience to handle them. Family members can be prime sources of jealousy, especially if they recall an older version of you who was less confident or seemingly ordinary. Watching you transform can unsettle them, forcing them to confront their own stagnation. Instead of celebrating your evolution, they cling to the memory of who you were, someone they could easily categorize. Now, as you step into your gifts, it rattles their sense of normal. They might try to pull you back down through snide remarks or outright confrontation. As you sense jealousy, be it from friends or relatives, you notice subtle cues: snide compliments, abrupt changes in conversation, or outright silence when you share achievements. This can be disheartening, especially when you long for genuine support. Yet don't let it suffocate you. Recognize these signals for what they are: signs of others wrestling with your higher vibration. You can respond with compassion or set boundaries as needed, but never dim your light to soothe their insecurity. Ultimately, understanding how jealousy arises can help you navigate it with grace. You're not here to prove anything or wage battles of approval. You're here to fulfill a calling. By recognizing the seeds of envy, you protect your spirit from drama, using your energy to strengthen your gifts rather than debate your worth. Remember, those who truly see will appreciate the blessings you carry, not resent them. Let those individuals be your tribe, supporting you as you continue walking the chosen path, undeterred by the shadows of envy that inevitably appear when a bright light shines. Chapter 2. The Role of High-Ranked Angels. While envy and misunderstanding swirl around you, there's a greater reality at work. You're safeguarded by high-ranked angels. This isn't a fairy tale or a fabricated notion. It's an acknowledgement of the spiritual laws that govern your life. As a chosen one, your purpose intersects with divine plans, and the universe isn't about to let negativity derail you. These angelic presences may not reveal themselves overtly, but their influence shows in protective nudges, last-minute escapes from danger, or the uncanny calm you maintain amid chaos. So, who are these high-ranked angels? Think of them as spiritual guardians entrusted with overseeing souls who carry special missions. While everyone has spiritual guides, your guardians might hold elevated responsibilities, empowered to open doors you couldn't budge alone or shield you from harm you never even perceive. These aren't random happenstances. They're orchestrations ensuring you can fulfill your role on Earth. People you meet every day might dismiss angels as whimsical notions, preferring rational explanations, but you've experienced situations too precise to be chalked up to chance. Maybe you avoided a disastrous situation by an inexplicable change of plans, or you coincidentally met a mentor at the exact moment you needed guidance. Such lucky breaks are angelic footprints, proof you're not navigating this journey in isolation. At times, you sense these presences in your environment, like a gentle warmth, a soft whisper in your mind telling you, don't go there, or you should speak up now. Listening to these subtle cues strengthens the link, enhancing your intuition. Over time, you notice that ignoring these prompts often results in stumbling, while heeding them leads to smooth alignments. This energy forms the bedrock of your spiritual rapport with these higher forces. Recognizing angelic support also changes how you respond to adversity. When people hurl jealousy or sabotage your way, you realize it's not your duty to fight them on every front. Your guardians handle spiritual battles in dimensions you can't see. That doesn't mean you abandon wisdom or vigilance. Rather, you proceed with confidence, knowing that whatever storms swirl around you, you possess hidden reinforcements. If a door slams shut unjustly, rest assured another path is being paved. While some might seek to exploit or test your claims, saying, if angels protect you, prove it, you don't owe them demonstrations. Their skepticism stems from an inability to comprehend spiritual truths. The real proof lies in the pattern of your life, your resilience, your improbable successes, your narrow escapes from pitfalls. That track record speaks louder than any argument could. Ultimately, being under angelic protection doesn't promise a trial-free life. Trials still appear, often to refine your faith. However, the difference is that you're equipped with divine backup, and each victory, each radiant demonstration of your gifts reaffirms the cosmic pact between you, your mission, and the angelic realm overseeing it. Embrace that protection with humility, grateful that, while the world may misunderstand or envy you, heaven itself stands guard, ensuring you remain safe and focused as you carry out the unique tasks trusted to your soul. Chapter 3. Why People Can't Handle Your Gifts. The jealousy and discomfort swirling around your gifts go deeper than simple envy. They arise because your abilities offer concrete proof that reality stretches beyond others' comfort zones. As a chosen one, you reveal glimmers of the unseen, intuition, spiritual depth, divine orchestration. This disrupts the orderly worldview many cling to. Most people crave predictability, relying on logic and social norms. When you exhibit clairvoyance, healing power, or uncanny foresight, you pierce their bubble of normality. Unsure how to cope, they may label you a lucky guess, delusional, or overly emotional. By reducing your gifts to anomalies, they regain a sense of control and avoid confronting the possibility that such powers might be within everyone's reach. Deeper still, your gifts spotlight neglected potential in others. We all hold latent spiritual capacities, yet fear and conditioning often mask them. Seeing you thrive in that realm confronts them with what they've repressed. Rather than challenge themselves, it's simpler to dismiss you. Sometimes even loved ones who recall you as flawed or timid resist seeing you now. As confident and spiritually attuned, it shakes the family hierarchy. Accepting your growth means they must adjust how they view and interact with you, which can feel threatening if they're attached to old patterns. Your authenticity also unveils truths people would rather ignore. You might sense hidden tensions or speak of harmful dynamics others keep buried. Feeling exposed, they turn you into a scapegoat, dismissing your gifts to avoid facing uncomfortable realities. That's why someone might resent you despite no direct wrongdoing. You embody a challenge to their worldview, a reminder of untapped abilities, and a threat to the familiar facade they rely on. Ultimately, their inability to handle your gifts says more about them than you. While you can empathize, you need not slow your growth. Their acceptance isn't required for you to flourish. In fact, your purpose may be planting seeds of possibility. Some may eventually open their minds, others won't. Either way, your path remains the same. Exercise your gifts for the highest good, whether or not the world is ready. Chapter 4. The Power of Protection When Facing Opposition. When people can't handle your gifts, opposition naturally follows, through sabotage, rumors, or attempts to undermine your influence. Yet, as we've established, high-ranked angels guard you from unseen angles. This spiritual shield ensures no weapon fashioned in envy can truly prosper against you. Understanding how this protection works can bolster your confidence, enabling you to rise above negativity rather than meeting it head-on in draining confrontations. Opposition might seem relentless. Colleagues suddenly sabotage your projects, ex-friends spread mischief on social media, or even strangers attempt to taint your reputation with half-truths. If you are unprotected, such tactics might sow chaos in your life, but you've probably noticed the pattern. Each time drama flares, something or someone intervenes, maybe a supportive boss quashes rumors swiftly, or the truth surfaces just in time to clear your name. This good luck is actually your angelic guard ensuring that lies fail to gain traction. Some wonder, if I'm so divinely protected, why do conflicts arise at all? The answer lies in growth. Opposition compels you to refine your boundaries, sharpen discernment, and reaffirm your purpose. While you're shielded from catastrophic harm, you're not exempt from challenges that train you in resilience. Like a muscle, faith strengthens under resistance. Each time adversity arises, you practice leaning into your spiritual defenses, discovering your capacity to remain calm under fire. Those attacking you often trip over their own schemes. Their negative energy boomerangs back, leaving them frustrated or exposed. You might hear after the fact that their plan collapsed at the last moment, or they ironically fell victim to the rumor mill they triggered. People you meet every day might label such outcomes karma, but you comprehend the deeper law of energetic reciprocity. What they direct at you with ill intent ultimately returns, especially when you stand in your truth. To consciously engage your protective shield, maintain spiritual practices that keep your aura clear, prayer, meditation, or even a simple gratitude ritual. By harmonizing your vibration with higher frequencies, you make it difficult for negativity to latch on. Your angels act more effectively when you're not bogged down by resentment or fear. Hence, holding on to grudges or fueling drama can create openings for negativity to seep through. Release them. Let your guardians handle the heavy lifting. Also, don't hesitate to politely distance yourself from toxic ties or environments. Divine protection doesn't mean intentionally walking into flames, hoping not to get burned. Sometimes your shield is the intuitive nudge that says, leave this space or don't engage with this person. Heed it. Even if it inconveniences you momentarily, it spares you the draining experience of battling negativity that could have been bypassed altogether. When faced with direct confrontation, remain calm and firm. Your adversaries seek emotional reactions to exploit. By responding from a place of centered faith, you neutralize their attempts. Over time, they exhaust themselves, hurling darts that never stick. Meanwhile, your life continues to flourish. This dynamic underscores the power of your spiritual fortification. Negativity can't approach you if you keep your channel clear, your faith strong, and your angels on guard. Chapter 5. Stepping into your full expression without apology. Each episode of adversity, each sign of jealousy, and each surge of angelic protection urges you toward a higher expression of your gifts. It's one thing to acknowledge you have unusual abilities. It's another to live them out loud unapologetically in a world that might sneer or scoff. Yet this is precisely what your calling demands, the wholehearted embrace of your spiritual identity, absent any shrinkage for the comfort of others. Stepping into your full expression means letting go of the impulse to soften your edges so people feel less challenged. Maybe you used to downplay your accurate hunches to avoid startling friends, or you held back from highlighting your achievements to stay humble in your family's eyes. Now you see that diminishing yourself doesn't actually protect relationships. It only fosters resentment and self-betrayal. By showing your gifts without shame, you invite others to expand their horizons, whether they accept the invitation or not. People you meet every day can interpret your confidence as arrogance. They might say you've changed, blur yourself as self-centered now, mistaking your empowerment for egotism. However, the real pivot is that you no longer filter your essence for their comfort. If they cling to old assumptions, that's their choice. You're not obligated to validate insecurities by capping your potential. Authentic self-expression, rooted in love rather than conceit, doesn't degrade others. It simply stands in its own power. Expressing your gifts openly also fosters connections with like-minded souls. When you hide, you attract half-hearted relationships that resonate with your disguised version. Once you reveal your authentic frequencies, those truly aligned come forward. They appreciate the depth of your intuition or the boldness of your creativity. They aren't threatened by your cosmic perspective. Instead, they resonate with it, forming a supportive, collaborative circle that celebrates each other's luminosity. Simultaneously, you might worry about steering into extremes, like constantly trumpeting your successes or overshadowing others. Self-awareness helps. Full expression doesn't translate to hogging the spotlight. It's more about releasing the fear that you're too much. You speak openly about your experiences when it's relevant. You demonstrate your capabilities when it's beneficial, and you trust that those who recoil simply aren't ready. In that sense, you lead by example, showing how power can be held with grace and empathy. On a spiritual level, stepping into your fullness completes the cycle of receiving gifts. Gifts are meant to be used. The angels supporting you want you to shine, to solve problems only your unique vantage can address. If you hoard your abilities out of fear, you block the divine flow. Once you operate at full throttle, you align with the destiny these higher forces envisioned, distributing blessings outward like ripples from a pebble dropped in still water. In the end, living your truth without apology might shake up your environment, but it liberates you from the bondage of external expectations. You confirm that yes, you are different, and that difference is precisely your superpower. Embracing it wholeheartedly, you stand in the vicinity of your angel's protection, the unstoppable force of your chosen path, and the silent but potent message to everyone watching. You refuse to be less than the fullness you were created to embody. Chapter 6. How your gifts pave new paths for others. When you fully step into your gifts without apology, the impact reverberates beyond your personal realm. People quietly take note of your breakthroughs, your unwavering confidence, and your uncanny intuition. While some respond with envy or doubt, many watch in awe, gleaning lessons for themselves. In essence, your willingness to stand in your abilities carves new paths not just for you, but also for those who realize their own potential might be greater than they ever believed. Consider the ripple effect. You meet an old friend who's felt stuck in a dead-end job. Seeing your transformation, your gifts guiding you to fulfilling avenues, they begin to question their own limitations. They recall times they dismissed their gut feelings or creative spark. Now your example emboldens them to revisit those dormant talents. Without preaching, you become a silent teacher, demonstrating that risk, backed by spiritual alignment, pays off in both success and authenticity. People you meet every day often yearn for breakthroughs, but lack the reference points to believe it's possible. That's where you come in. By embodying faith in action, you provide a tangible reference that miracles, or at least extraordinary achievements, aren't just myths. They see you harness synchronicities, attract supportive networks, or navigate obstacles with uncanny guidance, and realize these aren't exclusive phenomena for privileged individuals, but accessible realities for those who dare to tap into their deeper essence. Your gifts also pioneer fresh solutions in collective spheres. Maybe your psychic insights hint at an innovative project that addresses community problems, or your healing presence catalyzes emotional renewal in group settings. As you share your gifts, you inadvertently open doors for others to join the mission. They might not mirror your gifts exactly, but their latent abilities awaken, forming a synergy of talents that pushes boundaries. This communal synergy underscores the principle that a rising tide lifts all boats. Moreover, your gifts question conventional beliefs about what's realistic. People stuck in realism accept incremental changes, ignoring leaps of faith that spark revolutions. When they see you leap beyond the ordinary, they suspect their own definitions of impossible might be flawed. A subtle chain reaction unfolds. They experiment with bold steps in their careers or relationships, and upon finding success, they too challenge others to dream bigger. In a broader sense, your life becomes a channel for divine influence. High-ranking angels don't just shield you, they also direct you toward opportunities that serve humanity's collective evolution. Thus, your personal triumphs feed into a grand tapestry of transformation, sparking hope, encouraging exploration, and proving that higher consciousness can integrate seamlessly into daily life. This cycle cements your calling as more than self-enrichment. It's an active role in elevating the planet's vibration. Hence, the gifts you once felt shy about now function as a beacon. Each time you exercise them publicly, whether by imparting wisdom, healing spiritual wounds, or directing team projects with uncanny foresight, you blaze a trail of possibility. Observers who once doubted your authenticity may eventually reference your journey when they muster the courage to attempt their own. That is the silent beauty of your chosen status. Your personal alignment triggers communal shifts, weaving you into the collective destiny of a world that desperately needs awakened souls. Chapter 7. Standing firm in your destiny. Moving forward with no limits as the revelations around your gifts solidify, you reach a juncture where you must stand firm in your destiny, refusing to yield to doubt, envy, or mundane routines. Yes, you're incredibly lucky. Almost everything is unfolding just as you desire it to. But luck is only half the story. The other half is your unwavering commitment to living purposefully and spiritually aligned, no matter the obstacles or opinions you face. Standing firm means you neither retreat nor apologize when critics scoff at your unexplainable success. If they accuse you of arrogance, you respond with grace, knowing your confidence rises from divine backing, not ego. Their attempts to shake you no longer sting because your sense of self isn't anchored in their approval. You exist in a realm where cosmic orchestration is tangible, and your personal storms calm quickly under angelic watchfulness. This unwavering stance also transforms your relationship with goal setting. You no longer merely set small, safe objectives to ensure a modest sense of achievement. Instead, you dare to dream bigger, trusting that if your vision aligns with your spiritual mission, resources will manifest. What people you meet every day deem impossible becomes feasible under the synergy of your relentless faith and cosmic orchestration. Time and again, you confirm that when your heart resonates with a vision, the universe conspires in your favor. In the process of forging forward, heartbreaks and trials might still arise. Not all is rosy all the time, but now you interpret challenges as spiritual recalibrations rather than absolute setbacks. This perspective keeps you from despair. Each bump on the road spurs deeper introspection, revealing hidden strengths or reminding you to refine your approach. You realize that chosen status doesn't guarantee perpetual smoothness. It ensures that every adversity contains a gem of transformation. Moreover, moving forward with no limits entails ongoing collaboration with your angels. Keep communication lines open. Pray, meditate, or hold silent dialogues reaffirming your readiness to co-create. Through these practices, you remain receptive to divine co-direction, nudges to shift your approach, warnings about false deals, or glimpses of future expansions. This dialogue forms the bedrock of your unstoppable momentum. Even if human advisors falter, your angelic counsel stands unwavering, guiding you through labyrinthine choices. Finally, standing firm in your destiny liberates you from competing or comparing. You don't measure your achievements by someone else's scale. Others may spin toward status or accolades, but your measure is fidelity to a higher plan. The gratification that arises from fulfilling your calling far surpasses fleeting praise, and in that certainty, you find calm. Like a lighthouse unshaken by storms, shining for anyone seeking direction in a chaotic sea, you stride into the next phases of your journey, brimming with faith, fueled by unstoppable spiritual favor. Nothing and no one can stifle the flow of blessings, provided you remain aligned, keep your aura clear of negativity, and trust your angel's guardianship. With each step, you prove that life can indeed be an unfolding of miracles, a symphony in which your soul's desires match the universe's script. Accept this truth wholeheartedly. The jackpot is yours, and it's only the beginning of an epic where your potential and divine intention intersect to create realities once deemed unimaginable.